Sync. Whenever you're ready.
All right. What's your name then?
Name's James.
And when did you start cosplaying?
May 2013.
So, what brought you into it?
Couldn't tell you really. It's one of the. It was just a sort of let's see what happens moment.
Ah. So it was
Like most things in my life.
So it was a spontaneous, on-the-spot moment. You saw something you liked and you wanted to give it a try?
Yeah. Though I had thoughts about it before, but I didn't know where to start. But my friend Owen had lent me a Vault 101 jumpsuit that he had, and as a result of that, I kind of just, it all went downhill from there. Now I'm like super into it.
So your friend of yours got you into the
Yeah, I'd say that's the main reason.
Yeah. So would you ever recommend it to anybody else who was interested in it?
Oh hell yeah. But I would say start with something easy, and then work up to the harder stuff, because it's like drawing. It's starting off with crap and then working your way up to the good stuff.
So for you personally, what do you think you'll get out of cosplay? What feeling does it give you to dress up as these characters?
It's a similar sort of thing to when you dress up as a child, that you pretend to be someone else or something else, and it's a sort of combination of dressing up and a little bit of acting as well, and like slipping into a role, which I thought it was quite cool actually, because I've done stage acting, but to be able to take that kind of premise and apply it to like nerdy comic book stuff, I think it's pretty sweet actually. It's a pretty sweet idea.
So would you say it's been a very positive impact on your life?
Oh god, yeah. It's made me more social. I've met people at conventions and literally just bonded over like nerdy stuff, the nerd culture, over like a few short hours of queuing.
So did it bring out a creative side of you that you didn't necessarily think you had before?
Yeah, I'd say it did. It made me more open to the idea that art is formless. There's no real boundary for art, and I'd say it is my art.
Have you received like any, I don't know, criticism, scrutiny for engaging in this hobby from any source that you're comfortable with sharing?
I've had the obligatory strange looks in public, but nothing really more than that. I've had constructive criticism saying, oh, you could try this instead of this and it may work.
Have you had any scrutiny from people within the cosplay community itself?
No, they've all been pretty positive, saying that my cosplays have been pretty cool actually. I have a sort of an eye for it.
So if you, as you are now in this hobby, had something to say to your younger self who was just getting into it, what would you say to them now?
Don't be so narrow-minded about it, because I was a bit sort of apprehensive as well, and that understandably because I've never done it before. So I was apprehensive, but at the same time looking forward to it. But I'd say don't be so apprehensive, because it is a lot of fun to do it.
So would you say the younger you had some views of the cosplay culture? Were they informed by outward sources, or did you have your own opinions on them?
I'd heard of cosplay, but I hadn't really kind of gotten into it, because I thought it was a bit too much, and I thought if I was ever going to go to a convention, I'd go in my normal clothes, which I have done, and that's actually quite relaxing. It's just to be there and watch it, but at the same time it's nice to be there and to cosplay.
Have you experienced any criticisms levelled against the community from people outside of it?
Obviously I've heard people talking about cosplay being sexualised and how it's become a bit too it's become very mainstream, but I don't think it is. Not as mainstream as people think it is.
Sorry to interrupt a bit. So how would you describe, in your experiences at least, how cosplay is represented through the media that you've seen?
They focus mainly on the scantily clad women in cosplay. I won't name names, but I can definitely think of a few cosplayers that are well known in the cosplay community that sort of pandered to that, both intentionally and unintentionally.
So it's built upon a sexualization.
Yeah,
concept.
and that really annoys me, because I've seen the inside of it, as it were, and it's like that couldn't be further from the truth.
So describe the inside of it, if you're comfortable with sharing.
do you find people that are similar cosplay style to you, so different themes, and you just sort of gravitate towards each other, or you just talk to people and then you just find out about stuff and meetups and photo shoots and all that kind of cool stuff. I haven't done a photo shoot, and I've done one meetup. That was for a Rooster Teeth meetup, like last year. So.
Would you say there's like different levels of cosplay?
Yeah, there's the where I would say I'm at, which is rank amateur, and then there's like the seasoned professional, and then there's like the pro cosplayers, like the ones who spend like thousands on their costumes and have like really intricate details.
Wow.
It's like the giant Infinite Stratos mech suits type cosplay, if you get my meaning. It's like walking around in full mech suit armor made out of like composite materials like plastics and carbon fiber.
Would you are you comfortable with like say like in public, someone asked you in public, say, oh yes I am a cosplayer, I actively engage in this hobby?
I'm cool with it, but it's a hobby. It's like anything really. I'd say it's like everybody has an artistic sort of niche. I'd say that's my niche.
So to those people who say, oh you shouldn't talk about that, or you shouldn't really be comfortable with that, what do you say to those kind of people?
Shut up.
Well, that's the best answer I've heard all day.
Shut up, it's not your problem. It's something I enjoy doing, so, don't, pardon my language, shit on me for enjoying it.
It's alright, this documentary will be like won't be PG, it'll probably be 15 pages.
It won't be R-rated. It won't be the 18, it won't get the 18 rating. It's going to be some sort of self-censoring.
The best part is I can keep all this in because, it's my documentary. But one last question.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think how I word this properly. So would you say cosplay as a community is is a very positive thing in someone's life?
Yeah, because you make friends and then you it inspires you to go to other conventions. Because I've only gone to London conventions before, whereas now I've sort of extended my scope a little bit, and I'm sort of slowly branching out into other conventions. So I would absolutely kill to go to an American convention, though not one of the like mahoosive ones like San Diego or New York, like more like Dragon Con in Alabama or something. Or sorry, Georgia. So I get that right. But yeah, I'd say it's a very positive thing because you socialise with people you can be comfortable with, and you sort of open up to your true self if you're that kind of person, I guess.
Right.
But I'd say it's more fun than it's a lot. It can be a lot of fun, but it can also be a bit risky because you could have people like I said shit on you.
So you think a lot of the outward views of cosplay are either uninformed or misinformed?
Uninformed, yes. Misinformed, definitely. Because I've had God knows how many people tell me that it's weird or you're a freak, that kind of stuff.
Doesn't help matters like with Daily Mail or other newspapers, kind of
the dangers of cosplay.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time, James. That was great.
No problem.
That's a wrap for now, at least.